Hello everybody, this is going to be my second time doing this video, so welcome back to another video. It's NYC Syndicate signing in, and I'm pretty much ready to get into another video about installation. Alright, so let's do some installation. But before we do some installation, I just want to go over a few things. Matter of fact, I could do both while this. So what we're going to do is name this Windows 10, because like we did last video that I'm going to post today, we're going to post all three of them. I tried to render it, and freaking editing videos, whole nother beast, man. There's no editing videos takes time, and when you stay in front of a computer all day, the last thing you want to do, not all the time, sometimes you just don't feel like sitting in front of a computer. Okay, so one of the problems we had yesterday in one of the videos that I couldn't do the Windows 64-bit, only let me do the 34-bit. So let me actually open this up. Let's actually do that. So Windows, let's go to VirtualBox 64-bit Windows. Okay, so yep, there it is. It's pretty much where I went at. So if you can do a 64-bit VirtualBox, it's because you don't have your virtualization on. That's it. Because most operating systems, like your operating system, has to say that though. And let me actually prepare that as well. This is mine right now. So this is how much RAM I got, but a 64-bit operating system, and the processor has to be 64-bit too. Alright. Else it's not going to work. But you definitely want to make sure you turn your Intel virtualization. It has to be enabled, as you can see here. Let me zoom in. So you want to restart your computer and go into your BIOS, F1, F2. Go to your Advanced tab, make sure your virtualization is enabled. Okay, and shouldn't run into that problem. So let's get started with that. Go to next. Memory size, you can make the memory size whatever you want, but I'm just going to leave it base because I'm not really doing anything special. So create a virtual disk now, create VDI, next. Okay, create. Now once you do that, you open up this here. Gonna make sure, yesterday I did Windows 10, so let's save that one. So we're gonna do Windows 10. Since it's set on 64, it won't be an issue. Okay, while that loads up, multitask. Okay, as you can see here, this is starting up. Alright, boom. Alright. Okay, now we're going to go to make sure it's on the language you speak. The keyboard output is the same as your country. Retail, like I think I was saying yesterday, home limits how much memory you can put in there. Pro, you can maximize how much memory you can put in your computer. So for this version that I have, it's like a test version. So retail, volume, or for education. Enterprise is more for like work environment, or like pretty much what you do every day. If you had a computer at work, it's probably enterprise. All right. So we want to go to next here. Okay, I believe my last video was saying a lot of reasons why a lot of people don't do repairs, because this is how easy it is to repair your own Windows. Go to this, type in, hold on. Type in Windows, reset, watch, reset this PC. You can literally reset your PC on your own. You don't even need a shop. Like if your computer's running slow, you click this button and it'll literally prompt you through what you need to do. Like, oh, my computer's running slow. Hit this, it'll back up all your computer files and it'll be in the folder. Once you go to this PC, well, I can show you once we finish this virtual machine. But LAN cable. Right, this is a LAN cable. You're probably familiar with that at work. What I was saying, you know, I wasn't really recording it, but I'm verbally recording it now. I didn't press the record button. So you can literally, like if you're trying to work with your VPN at work, then, you know, a lot of times some people have, I guess tech people call it password reset Monday. A lot of people figure, hey, you know, I had a boring weekend, I'm going to stay home and I want to work. They go log onto the VPN, their password's wrong. They call the help desk magically resets your password to something that is not, you know, and then you get knocked off the network because it can't re-authenticate, because you have to be on the network for it to re-authenticate. So it's kind of like you need to be in your house before the new, you know, before the new key is made, you know, because if it's like if you make the key, well, I don't know, it's complicated. It's not really complicated, but I hope you get what I'm saying. But like, say if you make a new key and like you don't test it or whatever, something like that, then you can't get in your house. But you wanna, I don't know, whatever. But the bottom line is the way to avoid that, you know, put you ahead of the curve there, is if you take your password and self reset it and make it the exact same thing you did before, then what that does is your network picks it up and says, oh, same password, boom, there you go. So just, that's what a smart person would do. They would just reset it as something that you're at the exact same thing. I mean, I know you're not supposed to, you know, but that's what somebody would do if they were trying to, you know, because if you do the welcome one, especially if you work for a smaller company, if you work for a bigger one, like say if you work for like Barclays Bank or whatever, you work for Barclays Bank or let's say Wells Fargo, there's a big one. If you work for like Wells Fargo and you get knocked off your network, if you go to any Wells Fargo bank branch, they have a Wi-Fi built in that the people in the store use, whatever somebody in there uses. So if you went and opened your laptop and automatically connected to the Wells Fargo network, it'll put you back on the domain. That's generally what happens. You get kicked off the domain. So like if you're off the domain, like say if you go on vacation for like maybe a month or so, every 30 days, 30 to 60 days, they kick you off the domain and then you have to get put back on the domain. Your computer automatically gets, you know, taken off the domain for security reasons. So sometimes that randomly happens. You might not be, it says no domain. Let's see, we can even type that in. No domain, computers, servers available. So let's go here. Okay, no login. This is for Windows 7 users. So that pretty much means the system is unable to validate an address from the DHCP server and troubleshoot should begin there. So what that means in layman's terms is like you're gonna pretty much have to go into the office to get put back on the domain, because that's what a domain is at your job. But if you work for a big company like Wells Fargo, you can go to any branch. You can go, like you work for Capital One, you work for Chase Bank, if you work for Macy's, anywhere there's a Macy's, they have a Macy's Wi-Fi dedicated domain in that store. So you bring your laptop, open it up, it'll automatically put you back on the domain. You don't have to go back in. So if you work for like a bigger company, that works. But like even if you're like a little bit closer to your job, you don't even have to go in. You just, as long as you connect it to the network, log in, you're good to go. But you have to be back on their domain, pretty much. So you pretty much have to be on their domain for that to work. Bring that back up. So VPN. Okay, VPN pretty much. You can have anybody can have a VPN. A virtual private network extends pretty much with a virtual private network, as you can see if you go to Chase, right? .com. Chase.com. It's Chase dot, it's HTTPS. That means it's secured. So what that means it's going to encrypt your session when you log into your bank. I don't have Chase, but if you were to log in, it should say HTTPS. So like say if you go and you notice something different that says chasess.com and you just see this, that doesn't make any sense. So like just knowing those small things to help you not get hacked or not pretty much put your password in. Because you might think, oh, put the thing in there and it looks just like this page, but it's really not that page. So, just knowing these small things can help you, not get screwed over in the long run. So always pay attention to the address. So anyway, back to VPN. Okay, what a VPN does is it secures your session. Like at work, how you secure your session to work in so no one can read what you're doing. You can actually have one of these on your own without, like outside of work. I was talking to somebody about that. Where is it? That's my VPN. Windscribe. So this is my VPN. I can literally put it anywhere I want, as you can see. I can be in Serbia, I can be in Turkey, be wherever I want to be. Japan, I can have Tokyo. So like say if you're a gamer like me, and you want to actually play a game that's maybe only in Korea. So what you would do, go down and find somewhere in South Korea and it'll turn on and it'll give you a Korean IP address. So let's test that out. Let's go to bother. Do this later. So let's go to Facebook. We have our, as you can see, now it's in Korean. It's pretty much what a VPN does. So now I'm in a Korean Facebook, which is weird. Brought me to something weird. I don't know nothing about what's happening. That was weird. I swear to God. Oh, it's look like it said Facebook. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a common example. It said Facebook here, but as you read it, it says We Market. So now when you go here, that's Facebook. Okay. I don't know what the hell was going on my Facebook. So, let's try another one. While we're at it, let's try... South Africa. So now we're gonna go to Facebook and search for it again. So now we're in South Africa. So let's go to Amazon. Okay, you know what? Let's try somewhere else. try the Ukraine. Let's go to the Ukraine Amazon. Okay, let's try somewhere else. Why not? Let's go to Hong Kong Amazon. Alrighty. In case you wonder what that scratching noise is, it's my dog trying to get in here. So I'm gonna actually sign out of mine and just go to Amazon straight up. So, as you can see, my location changed to actual Hong Kong. So now if I was to go to Facebook, probably got to sign out of this too. Feels like doing that. Okay, so we'll just scrap that. Let's go to Xbox.com. So like say if we went to or if we just went to just went to Xbox, and let's just say, I think they might have somewhere we can go to a different country, but this is pretty much like, you know, so let's go to Capcom Japan. Trying to get a website that allows you to pick which region you want to go to. So let's go to Capcom Asia. So since we have Hong Kong on, it's going to actually bring up the page. It shouldn't be an issue for us. I mean, you can do this without a VPN, but some websites or some places don't want you on there unless you have, you know, their IP addresses to match. So if you were to turn this off, not saying it would, but some places will give you a hassle for it. So that's pretty much it. All right. So you can see he's giving us that it's not secure. Okay, so this is pretty much Chinese Capcom. So that's a little tutorial with VPN real quick. Let's get back to the main video. Alrighty. That was fun. So, use Express settings. So let's see if we can actually go. Even with the VPN on, you can still go to places. Even with it off, you can still go places. But as you can see, it just went back to English. Like this wasn't here before. Like this wasn't here before. So I own it. Set up my Microsoft account. So I have a dummy account already set up for this whole shebang. Cut. Paste. Okay. if I didn't spell that last name right. That's one of the best movies ever. Don't kill me over that. Okay, boom. So what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna put my password in for this dummy email I made. And then from there, it's gonna bring me to my dashboard. So as you can see, you can set a pen up, doesn't matter. That's my dog trying to get in. So go to next, set up any pin we want. Okay. We're gonna make sure we set up something that we can remember. That's very important. Even though this is a test, we want to be able to get in here. We want to get in here because the focus of this is two things. They're teaching you how to do it. And if you can run a virtual machine and you know how to work a virtual machine, what this does is it gives you complete, I guess I want to say, control over certain things. Like if you don't want to set a time up right now, I want to talk to the computer. What this does is it gives you certain control over, like, say if you have 15 people, you know, people that come over, you don't want them to use your computer, fire this virtual machine. It works exactly like a regular machine. Put this baby in full screen mode and they can just use it. Wouldn't know the difference. Okay, get things ready for your PC. Please don't turn it off. Pretty much like I was saying before, you can throw your Windows 10 on this and just plug it in and use Rufus. And then, actually, no, I'm just going to actually do it. I'm going to show you how to do it after this is done. I'm just going to, before I end the video, I'm just going to actually show you how to exactly do it. How to make a, I'm going to use this, put into my USB slot, and then from there I'm going to install it using Rufus and show you exactly how it works. It's real simple. Let me hold this up again. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. Okay, here we go. This is so that's my dog's last ditch effort to get attention. When you won't let her in the room, she scratches and then she just starts barking. And I'm supposed to open the door and see what she's barking at. We ain't in the mood for that right now. So alright, so it's going to prove that we're actually on the internet. So I'm going to go Microsoft.com. I mean, it's going to be really slow, especially Windows 10, because, you know, you probably have to tweak the settings to get like a full VDI version. But once again, most important thing, you got to make sure your computer can handle doing virtual environments, because if it can't, like, that could put your computer in a world of hurt. Trust me when I tell you. So let's go to Facebook login. And if we wanted to, we can literally just log into Facebook right now. It's the same thing. So we're going to do our test program. That we installed on Windows 7. We're going to do the exact same thing here. Save it. Once it's finished, run it. next. We don't have any music files for this per se, so we can't test it, but we're gonna just assume that it works. So it's not really that big of an issue. There you go. So now, not only did you just have you made your own virtual machine, you actually installed an actual program on it. And so now you can literally just do whatever you want with it. You know, you can put this on your taskbar. It's pretty, I mean, you can put it on your taskbar. The main goal of it is just to have options. Like if you want to play around with Windows 10, you know, it's actually show your Windows 7 user when you get used to it. See, this I don't like, this is what I do like. You can just test it, do whatever you want. So that's pretty much what the purpose of having this for. It's just to test. You know, a lot of people use this to test out certain versions, certain things without ruining your computer. So if you want to download a program, you don't know what it's about. Now you know how to install a virtual machine, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is shut this bad boy down. Okay, so we're gonna go to File. Okay, little file, we're gonna close it. Power off the machine. Okay, so let's see what I'm about to do. I would not have anybody do if they did not have a really strong machine. I'm gonna run Windows 7 and Windows 10 simultaneously. That is the beast itself. Windows 10, everyone's afraid of that. So we're gonna start this normally. So now I literally have Windows 7 and Windows 10 running simultaneously. So I can go in here, put my pen right on my dashboard. I can go here, log on to this dashboard. So you can literally just play around with it. You can have Windows 10 and you can have Windows 7 running at the exact same time. I have I'm running a Windows 10 operating system. Say if you do have Windows 10, like if you feel nostalgic, you can just go right back to it. Or you can just use both at the same time, man. If you want to do it, it's up to you. But this is pretty much that. And okay, I'm gonna do quickly is show you how to install Windows 10 on a flash drive in case you wanna run it. Okay, right now we're gonna just power off these machines. Close, power off machine. File, close, power off machine. Alright, so we're done with that. Don't need this anymore. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, we really don't need this. Rufus. Now, whatever the name of your flash drive is, we'll just go here real quick. Whatever the name of your flash drive, mine is G, make sure it's G. Because you don't want to go C, D, or you don't want to erase none of these, because then you're erase your operating system. Make sure it's on G. More likely that'll be the only one you select. And then you want to click on this, select an image. Now for me, once again, my image that I'm going to use is going to be Windows 10. So I'm going to start it. It's going to let me know all data is going to be lost. I'll get over it. This is going to take a little bit of time. So in that time, in between time, I'm trying to think of some other things to talk about. All right, let's go to Let's go back to Windows 10. Let's do some quick things. So while we're doing that, this is still running. So once you put your flash drive in, it's going to automatically, whatever label it is automatically going to go to it. So put our thing in there. So it's going to automatically know what it should pick it out of a lineup, but since I have an external drive picked in there, so you want to make sure that it's on the drive that it is. You can even name it. So I'm going to show you some quick things. This is what we call, I'm going to C is in Kathy, M is in Michael, D is in David. That is the command line. The thing about the command line is this is where you can, like, say if you want someone asks you over the phone which IP address, you just type in IP config. Boom, brings your IP address up right there. All right. Let's see some other commands. So here's another one. A good run. So say if you have a bunch of files, you want to delete your temp folder. It'll literally bring you to your temp folder. So let's go back to command line. Let's go to net/use. What that does, that gives you a list of all the network drives connected to your computer. So like say if you had shared drives on your computer network at work, and you wanted to know what they all were, go to command, bring on the command line, Kathy, Michael, David, go to net use, and it will bring that. It'll pretty much list all your drives for you. Another good one to have, DXDIAG, diagnostics. This lets you know exactly what you have in your computer. You get a display, lets you know your sound, everything. Right, let's some other things you can do. You can literally just go to CMD. Yes, this is a famous one. Say if you were trying to remote shut down a computer. All you would need is a computer name. But I guess that's more advanced. I can go into that later. So if you want, you can control alt delete here. Actually no. Input, keyboard, control alt delete here. Sign out. And bring it right back to your dashboard. And you just go back in if you want. Easy peasy. Yeah, when I tell you this thing takes a long time, it takes a long time. Okay. Sheen, go down to, go from file, scroll all the way down to close. You could save it, however you want to do it, send the shutdown signal, shut the machine off. Okay, this is taking its sweet time, man. Alright, boom. That's how you would pretty much make this image. Like I said, if you need any of these files, you need any Windows 10 file, Windows 7, whatever it is. I don't do Windows 8. I ain't messing around with that. But if you need Windows 7, Windows 10, let me know. I can definitely help you out with that. So what did we learn today? We learned how to install Windows 10. Well, it's really easy to configure. And we learned that. So we learned how to make a flash drive. We learned a little bit about VPN. I'm going to go into depth about VPN later. I'm going to show you a real way of actually, applying the VPN and how it. But I'm gonna use a game by doing it. Real live, actual, actual. But I guess let's just really do a quick best location. Let's just do Dallas Ranch. Let's go here. Some websites, since you put your VPN on, won't work. I can't really think of any off the top of my head that won't work. Let's go to let's just go anywhere. Let's see. Let's go IRS.com. IRS.cheap. Alright. There we go. Where's the actual tax place? IRS. Well, we're on our VPN. So let's go to one of these sites here. Usually when you click on stuff like, these little ads pop up. Not all the time, but majority of the time when your VPN is off, let's go Slick Deals. This is like advertisement hell. Like right here, Hulu. ESPN. So sometimes, majority of the time, if you're searching somewhere, like say you click on Best Buy, and then you will go to Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, something like that might be, if you went to Best Buy's and you're looking at this stove, if you go to Facebook or you come to Slick Deals, so this might show up. So I was at Best Buy's today. So this is pretty much what a tracking cookie is in real time. That's all it is. It's just selling, just keeping track of what you're clicking on and just keep it in your face. Maybe you want to buy it. So it's like that old episode when they tell you that the carts are just made to shift to the right so your kids could just throw stuff in the cart and you don't want to be embarrassed and you just buy it anyway. It's pretty much like a virtual version of that. All right. So that's pretty much a quick, I guess that's a quick overview of like VPN and tracking cookies. So the best way, like if you don't want to be tracked, you turn your VPN on. You go here, incognito. And what incognito does, it doesn't, doesn't keep track of any of this. Like it cuts your, doesn't record your browsing history, cookie, data site information. So between this and a VPN, you're pretty much set. This is a very low tech, legal way to stay anonymous. This is pretty normal. All right. I'm trying to think of anything. I can't really think of anything else for right now. So I think that's about it. So I'm going to end this video. Thanks for tuning in. This is the NYC Syndicate Boy signing in. I will see you later. Peace.